Well, good evening. I'd like to welcome to Senior Info. Kelly's not here this week. It's her birthday, so she's out celebrating with the family. But we're still going to do senior business. We're going to talk the senior games.
Nice. How you doing,
Yeah,
Harry? Nice
great.
to see you.
Kathy and Jeff are with me. And Jeff just took place with, participated in the senior games, right?
I've been participating in the winter games, the ski
Yes, the
racing
winter
for many, many years, and took over as the one of the event directors 4 years ago.
Oh, okay. Has that made it a lot better for you? You get to participate more?
Well, it makes me work harder to recruit more people to race with us. Let's put it that way. But yeah, it's become more competitive. So yeah, in the first years, I used to be fairly consistent with a gold medal, but last year I've got 2 silvers here, Harry.
Nice.
Well,
The
still
guy I
doing well.
recruited beat me.
There's that chance.
Well, at least
Well,
you're
you
fair.
recruited well, though.
At least you don't mind bringing in competition.
No, not at all. It's we're all friends out there, and
Yeah.
you're really racing the clock, not each other. So it's
Right.
very, like all the aspects of the senior games, it's promoting the health, fitness, and camaraderie.
And you had it once again at the Wachusett Mountain area.
Yes, usually it's the first or second Wednesday in March, and it happens to be the second one this year. Be this coming Wednesday, March 11th, and
Oh.
we have 2 events: a 2-run giant slalom and a 1-run Super G. The Super G is we start farther up the mountain and less turns, so you tend to get into a tuck and stay in the tuck till you get to the bottom. But it's a lot of fun and it's fairly safe. We've got the barriers around the edges, and we're going down an intermediate slope, so we have a wide variety of skill levels of folks that are participating, and age groups. Most of the senior games events are for 40 or 50 and older, but we open up the winter games to 30 and over, and then we've got participants that are well in their 80s, and there's one guy who's 91 who has raced with us for several
Still out
years.
there skiing downhill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's a good way to
Now,
stay in
is there
shape.
time to still sign up if you want to participate?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, right up to the last day?
No, we have a cutoff at midnight on this coming Sunday, because we
Okay.
need to get a count for meals and so on and so forth.
How would someone get a hold of you if they want to sign up?
It's on the screen behind me.
MassachusettsSeniorGames.org is the website, and
Yeah.
the registration is available right there, and it's fairly straightforward. Yeah.
Yep.
And the only cost is you have to buy a lift ticket.
You do need to buy a lift ticket for that event if you don't already have a pass. A lot of our
Right.
racers are part of the regular NASTAR league that Wachusett Mountain hosts. In fact, they host the largest league, NASTAR league in the country with over 700 racers. And
Wow.
this weekend they'll have what's called the Great Race and the Good Race on Saturday and Sunday. The top 30 teams of 6 persons each participate in the Great Race, and then on Sunday the next 30 teams participate in the Good Race, and they've got a little over 100 teams, which have 6 persons on them.
Nice. Wow. And they do
Now-
the Crowley family. They do a great job, and
Yeah,
we want to thank them.
they
Yeah.
absolutely do. The also known for the polar beverage stuff, and yeah,
Right.
Jeff Crowley's an outstanding racer, as is his sister Carolyn and members of their family.
Are they the
Yes.
ones on the commercials you see?
Yeah, that is Carolyn's son,
Okay.
oftentimes, and
Okay.
the woman sometimes is Jeff's daughter.
Okay.
All right, and Chris Crowley, who is, I believe, the CFO of Polar Beverage, is usually there racing with us on Wednesday days. Yeah.
The
That's
whole
awesome.
family skis.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Now, if you want to, if you want to be a spectator, you can come up and,
Oh, absolutely.
and
Oh.
watch the skiing.
Please.
For sure.
We,
All the
Yeah.
Massachusetts Senior Games events are,
Right.
hardly encourage spectators, usually have lots of family members as well as friends.
spectators, if you want to volunteer, please reach out. We're always happy to.
Yes.
But, yeah, the Winter Games is the first one of the year, Harry, but there's many more sports and activities, and particularly important are the ones that are qualifiers for the National Senior Games. The National Senior Games are held every other year in odd years, and so your participation in an even year in one of the state games, top four in each age group in each event, typically will qualify for the National Senior Games. In 2027, they're going to be held in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and in 2029 in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, but now, how about the Winter Games? They had separate,
That is unique to us.
It is, yeah. I mean,
well, I
because
was gonna say, because you couldn't have, you wouldn't have Winter Games in Tulsa.
Or Birmingham,
Oh,
for sure.
Birmingham. No.
No, we're very fortunate that Massachusetts Senior Games has embraced the ski racing as
Oh,
part of
okay.
their thing, if you will. And
Yeah.
it is, I think there are some other states in the Northeast that do hold similar state championship type things, but yeah,
And we were
nothing
talking
quite like
earlier
this.
that you also have snowboarding.
We do, yeah. That element, they're racing down the same course that the skiers are, and they do quite well. I mean, there are boards like skis these days. There are
Yes.
boards that are made for racing as well as boards that are made for tricks and so on.
And some of those boards go faster than the skiers, right?
Usually, I would say the skiers are generally faster than the boarders.
That's amazing how fast they go on that board.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yep.
and that'll be taking place at Wachusett as well?
On this coming Wednesday, March 11th, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What time does the race start?
The first race is usually about 10 o'clock. At Wachusett, on the weekends, the lifts open at 8, and on the weekdays, they open at 9, so the course workers got to get up there so that they can set the course, so there'll be course inspections starting
Right.
at about 9:15.
Yeah, so, like you say, it's a great, even if you're just a spectator, you can have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, lots of polar beverages. There's great food at Wachusett. Wachusett is really known for the friendly atmosphere, friendly staff, very clean, and compared to a lot of the big-time resorts, very reasonably priced.
Yes, yes. They got a beautiful lodge.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't they known for something like their chocolate chip cookies or like when my kids used to ski there? I forget. There
Well,
was
they
something-
have a lodge halfway up the mountain on one of the slopes, and their cider donuts are to die for, and
cider
hot mulled
donuts.
cider or
Oh.
coffee, and yeah.
I want to go for that. That's awesome.
But now, we want to get into the summer type games. Well, actually, you go year round almost. So
We start March 11th, and I think we're ending maybe November with something.
Yeah, so you got
forget.
something going all
Yeah.
the time, almost every month.
Yep, and we're drawing more toward the east and south of Massachusetts too. So we're in the west, pretty heavily in the west. We have, I think, shuffleboards in Tewksbury, so we're going up north. We're, hockey's in Worcester, cornhole's Middleborough. Cape Cod has the softball league going there this year.
And you'd grow even bigger if you can get them people that volunteer to manage, right?
Yeah, like event managers, it'd
Yeah.
be great. Yep, if we could get a couple more event managers. But we've kind of toyed with the idea on off years. maybe having a few more events around the state, and then on the qualifying years have targeted areas where the qualifying events are going to be held.
Harry, Kathy's been particularly influential in building up things on the South Shore area, in terms of these clinics to introduce seniors to some of the newer sports. Kath, what,
Yeah, so-
I think you mentioned
Being
the pickleball and, what are some
Oh
of the
yeah,
other ones?
so
Cornhole.
being my background, as you know, like I want to spread awareness and get more people involved with playing games, because games are fun. We need more play in
Yeah.
our lives, right?
Right.
And a few more friends won't hurt either. So, so we started. Joni Simmons came up with a great idea of doing these new sport clinics. We're introducing 6 new sports to people. We started last year. We had the first one at the. Actually, we had 2. We had one at a Wilbraham YMCA and one at Wareham YMCA. This year, we're 3 days after our kickoff with the alpine and snowboarding. We're doing a new sport clinic at Gleason Family YMCA in Wareham again, introducing, I'm going to get the sports wrong, but it's pickleball, basketball skills, cornhole, bocce ball,
Wow.
power walking, and there's one I can't.
Disc golf.
Disc golf. Thank you. Thank you. I don't
Disc
know why
golf.
that one. I try to do them alphabetically, and I always skip over the D. So yes, and disc golf. So we're doing that at the Wareham Y.
Yeah, disc golf. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, explain disc golf to us.
Yes,
Kath.
I don't think everybody's heard of that. It's fairly
So
new.
disc golf. Well, I'm surprised by how many people do know about it. Like I think I was telling you guys, I went up to my reunion and there were all these like weird basket things with the like metal chains hanging from them, right? And those are all disc golf.
This is
They're-
St. Lawrence University,
St.
right,
Lawrence
Kathy?
University. Woo woo, go Saints. I now from the games I now know what those nets are. They're all disc golf nets, and it's a really cool sport. You play it with a frisbee, like a frisbee type idea, and the goal is to get the frisbee into those. I'm explaining it really poorly, but what a really neat sport that you can kind of pop up anywhere or play indoors. Like
Yeah.
we're going to be in the gym teaching people how to play disc golf, and so that's one of our sports. And
One of the other events that's growing by leaps and bounds for us, as it is in the senior community in general, is pickleball.
Pickleball,
And we
yeah.
had approximately 250 participants in that last
Wow.
year. We're expecting, closer to 400 this year. And the event will be held over a 3-day period at the Bossy facility, which is in the Natick Mall, an indoor
Right.
facility.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't know that was there. That's really something.
Yeah.
I'll
So
bet
it-
it's busy all the time too.
And before I forget, so we're not the new sport clinic that we're holding is gonna in Framingham. So if you want to try to go learn pickleball and then come join the games, that's going to be March 16th. So you'll have a little bit of time to get your game on, learn it, right?
Yeah.
And then register and sign up and play at this amazing event that is going to be held at the Bossy Center. Yeah, that'll be great. So, yeah.
Well, Harry, when we talked earlier, it sounded like you're somewhat familiar with pickleball yourself, and
A
the
little bit. I'm
differences.
thinking about it. It's, I played badminton in the past, tennis a little bit, not much. So I mean, it's actually the same thing. It's badminton, from what I understand. But you're hitting that.
A lot of similarities. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got a
Noisy,
paddle
though.
that's
Yeah.
hard, and a
Yeah.
ball that's like a wiffle ball,
Yeah.
and yeah.
I'll tell you the trick. You do not run backwards.
Oh,
You do not run backwards. You run. You stand sideways, and you're pivoting sideways. Running backwards does not work out well for many people,
especially when you get older.
and especially if you haven't been running backwards in a
Right.
while. Right?
But no, you don't, like in tennis, you got to run backwards all the time because depending on where that ball's going.
Right. So it's such a shorter court that it's not.
Oh,
You
you
don't
don't have
you don't
that
have to,
problem.
and it's really just about learning where to position yourself on the court and how you play off your partner, and because it's such a short court,
Yeah.
really, yeah.
A lot of net type play,
Yep.
fast reaction type thing, but also finesse, control, and placement.
I know it's very big in this town, and, because they built a pickleball court, and it's always, well, now it's not being used because it's covered with snow, but when it opens up, it'll be jammed.
Yeah.
They're constantly running, they're constantly there, even at night.
Yep.
Well, like I say, it's one of the fastest growing events for us.
Yes.
You know, other popular events in terms of participation include the softball, which you should elaborate on a little bit, Kathy.
Yeah.
Basketball, ice hockey, any others?
Volleyball.
Volleyball, okay.
Yeah, we have 28 events around the state that are happening, and the softball. I will tell you, I volunteered at the softball tournament last year, and it was amazing. These guys, kudos to all of them. Like, they were cracking that bat, sliding into plates, diving for catches. One poor guy dove and dislocated his shoulder. He's like, just pop it back in, put me out there. And we're all like,
They just love the game.
we can't really do that. So they just love the game. And it was just, it was such a pleasure
Now,
to
you have
go.
men's and women's teams?
We do. We have women's softball this year, yep. And I think we're starting out, was it started this year?
I think so,
Think
yeah.
so,
And
yeah, I think
Kathy,
we're-
weren't you coordinating with the Cape Cod softball league to hold the senior games softball events on the Cape?
It wasn't me. Don't give me the credit, but we are going to be on the Cape this
Okay.
year. The fields where we were at last year were a little dicey. There was one field that balls were not. I mean, these guys can hit. I think they said, "Oh yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be close, but they'll be fine." Oh no, balls were going in each other's field. They were calling the games while one went and grabbed it. So I think we're in a different venue that's going to be a little safer, I think, for us. And Joni's doing all that.
good.
Our games coordinator, Joni, is just amazing. I don't even know how she's running 28 events. But yeah,
Wow,
it's, with all
28 events?
28 events with all our event managers. Thank you so much for all our event managers out there. I am one. I know what, and I want to get this going. It is a lot of work.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yeah,
because you gotta coordinate, you gotta get the place.
Yep, you got to set it up, and I will tell you what's stressing me out is the brackets and how you set it up, and do we have
Yeah.
enough time for thank God I have a really good co-event manager who knows the game better and is doing it. So
Yeah,
But,
Joni Simmons does a lot of work for the Massachusetts Senior Games. She's a retired professor from Springfield College.
yes,
Oh. Well,
Professor
senior games
Emeritus.
actually originated, right?
Correct.
yep, 1991.
Boy, it's been a long time.
A professor out there, started the Massachusetts Senior Games to be affiliated with the National Senior Games.
Which
Well-
are in every state. Did we say that yet? Most states have Massachusetts Senior Games, or not Massachusetts. They have their Senior Games, which I was in Florida doing a presentation, and I decided to look up where I was presenting, who would be the closest games to them. They had like 6 games. There were so many participants in those areas that they had like 6 games within like this one part of Florida. Like around Daytona, there was like 6 separate games, all with their own, it wasn't even like counties, it was just, I don't know, I was
Just
amazed.
to take care of all the participants that want to be
Yeah.
out there.
Well,
Yeah.
the Florida demographics are a little bit different than a lot of other states too.
Right,
Yeah.
right, this is why I feel, being a small state, how do not more people know about us? So we
Well,
gotta bring it out
as you know,
there.
we're working on it.
We're
And
working on it.
the week after next, on Wednesday, March 18th, is the Massachusetts Senior Games State House Day, where we're going to be visiting the State House, some of the local politicians who are representing various districts within Massachusetts. My understanding is the Lieutenant Governor is going to be making a proclamation and presenting that proclamation to our board, and we're going to have several athletes who have participated in the games there to be able to answer questions in terms of what it's like competing as a senior, and what it's meant to them in terms of meeting new people and keeping themselves fit.
I think I heard 38. You're gonna have like
Is that right?
38 have signed up so far to
Great.
join us. Or we're hoping for like
Thirty-eight
that was amazing.
athletes.
Well,
Yep, decked out like Jeff with their medals on, and
Yeah.
I know the Polly Crown and Shield is my co-director for the Massachusetts Winter Games, and she's an ace skier, and she's been participating in the league up at Wachusett for many years, and I know she's going to be
she's
there.
gonna be there. Nice. Yes, we couldn't do it without our athletes. It's
Well,
just
you sure
it's amazing.
get the local media in there
Mhm.
to cover that.
Yep. I think we have a new marketing director. She's Hope Mascot. She's doing great. One of our directors, Ray Lapolito, is getting us the political connections, and they're just pulling together such a great event. Again, Joni Simmons, our games coordinator, is involved with it. She's so excited. We're going to the State House, and but yeah, Hope and Ray are pulling together. Really, really an amazing event.
Now, this could also, there's talk about trying to bring the senior games to Boston, the national senior games, right?
Well, someday, hopefully.
Someday, well, this could be a start to
Yeah.
it, if you get, if you get the legislature involved,
Mm-hmm.
and the Boston mayor,
It would be very exciting, I think.
It
I don't know
does.
what the revenue impact was for sure, but I think there were something like 12,000 athletes at the
That's pretty darn good.
Des Moines Senior Games in 2025. So as
Yeah.
you can imagine, you have that many athletes, plus in some cases family members. It makes
Yeah.
a heck of an impact on the tourist revenue in terms of hotels and restaurants and so on.
well, 12,000, you're gonna
Yeah.
fill up a lot of hotel rooms.
Sure.
Absolutely. It'd be nice to have it anywhere in Massachusetts or wherever we
But
could.
they do, and they have the facilities in the Boston area, because
Yeah.
they've got all those colleges and universities out there,
Yep.
and they're not using those fields in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So a great time.
Well, especially if there's offices of gerontology in any of the schools, like reach out to us. We'd
Yeah.
love to play with you.
Harry, we need to bring you on board here. I know you've interviewed a lot of these folks over the years too, so
My wife would
your
kill me.
connections would be helpful to us.
My wife would kill me. Yeah, we are accepting sponsorships. So if anybody's willing to, we have several different categories of sponsorships, and we'd love to do that. One of the things we'd really love to do is get enough sponsorship that we could send our athletes to the national games,
Yes, they have a good contingency.
us.
Well, we should
going down.
probably mention Massachusetts Blue Cross Blue Shield is
Yes.
our key
Yes.
presenting sponsor, and Heather Hurd is a representative from Blue Cross Blue Shield who always shows up for the winter games, and she does a great job of presenting our medals for us at the end of the event. So
Yeah, we can't thank Blue Cross Blue Shield enough, and it's really exciting. Even their reps going out further from Heather. I had been talking to one of the Council on Agings near us in Dartmouth, and I said I'd like to come and present and let people know what the Mass Senior Games were, and they. This was like last winter or whatever. So she emailed me yesterday and said, "Hey, I just got this email," and she forwarded me an email from Louisa Lewis, who is the Blue Cross Blue Shield rep. Said, "Hey, I'd like to come and talk to you about Massachusetts Senior Games and also our Medicare products." And I'm like,
Great.
"Wow, this is great." So I reached out to Louisa. Hopefully we're going to be doing a presentation together soon, so that would be great. One thing I want to say, just being in this area, We are doing speaking of the Council on Aging, Holliston Council on Aging will be presenting next week on the 10th to tell them about Massachusetts Senior Games, as well as I think it's June 9th, we'll be doing a bocce ball demo on, because that's another new sport that we're going to hopefully be introducing next year as more of an event. This year is more of a demo kind of thing, and then next year we're going to host it as an event.
That's not too strenuous a game, that's nice. You know, if you don't feel that you can handle anything strenuous,
Mm-hmm.
bocce ball.
Yeah, and like so many people have played bocce ball, right? And,
Right.
And you know, and even know their grandparents before or whatever might have been playing bocce ball too. It's kind of a nice nice way, and it's outside. Like I think it's the outside factor too. It's nice just to get outside and play. So
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, you know, a sport that's getting a lot of publicity now is curling.
Oh my gosh! Can I
Absolutely.
just say, Corey Dropkin, you are rock. So my son went to high school with Corey Dropkin.
Oh, wow.
And
Oh, good.
actually, I played soccer with Corey's parents.
Wow, how cool is
wow.
So cool. And while we were playing soccer, there was a lot of curling talk. My sister was playing with us at the time, and she actually went with the Dropkins to their curling club to try curling. So,
Ah.
so exciting.
That'd be another nice senior game, not too strenuous.
Yeah, I think, and we have the curling club. Somebody would, maybe Dropkins, if you're out there, if you want to come on Mass Senior Games and start a,
You have to have a
start
curling
another
club. You have to
sport.
have a curling club because you have to have a rink.
You gotta have the
that's-
facilities,
Yeah, the
yeah.
facilities,
My nephew picked it up when he was living in this area, going to grad school at Harvard. He's out on the West Coast now and up in Canada, but he latched onto it and invited me. There was some sort of a court in Westboro. They
Yes.
part of a hockey rink, and they took
Yeah.
there. I know the Weston has a dedicated curling club too, and so there are a few. I don't know if you call it a
I think there's
curling
one-
court or what.
Yeah,
I don't know what they call
Lane,
it.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, yeah. I think that's what, because I was living in Southborough at the time.
Were
so,
you? Okay.
Yeah. So there might have been the Westboro but I know my sister. I think she went someplace north of Boston. There was another curling club north of Boston. I don't think it was Weston. I feel like it was further north somewhere.
Yeah, it's really gotten a lot of popularity. People like watching it on TV.
I couldn't figure it out. I want to know why they do this. Or maybe it's the other way too.
You go in front with the broom. You see, strange, but
Oh my gosh, the way they made it curl, that was
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah. Yeah, so we do not
Yeah,
have
I've heard
that
it
yet.
called chess on ice.
Chess on ice.
Because very certainly skilled, but very thoughtful. Strategic game. as
you're on
well.
ice, but you don't wear skates.
That's right.
Yeah.
They have special curling shoes, I believe, as I recall.
Yeah, you
There's
would have to so you don't
one
fall.
shoe that sort of slides, and another shoe that that you get traction on.
Oh, really?
It's vague memory is all.
Yeah,
Kathy,
I'm gonna have to go do
and-
some research on that.
Yeah, that would be something else
But
to
yeah,
add in.
Sure.
but the stones are all come from Scotland, a particular small island
Yes.
outside of Scotland, and each of those stones, I'm told, is about $2,500 or something like
Oh
that.
my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah.
That might take a little. That might be some more sponsorships for that.
Yeah. Well, the curling club could
Absolutely
supply
supply
everything.
it. We could have it. We could host the event there for sure.
Yeah.
Great idea, Harry. See, you do need to come on board with us. I'm surprised Davis hasn't gotten you on board with us already.
I know he is a big supporter. I'll tell you.
Oh, he's great. Yep.
But and he's up there in age now. What age do you start at?
Well, the National Senior Games starts at age 50. We here in Massachusetts, want to encourage participation beyond that. So we start the bulk of our events for over 40s. And 2 years ago, we admitted ski racers and snowboarders at over 30s. Now, in most of the events on the over 50, it's broken up into 5-year increments. For our skiers and snowboarders, there's all the 30-somethings are competing against each other, and all the 40-somethings are competing against each other for medals.
Yeah, that breaks it down fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then like 50 and over is all broken down into 5-year age brackets.
correct.
So, and we like to say 50 to 100 plus. So whatever, like, don't get thrown off by the 30 and 40 talk, because it's not just all that.
Well,
You know, it's like,
I think we mentioned, we have a ski racer who's in his 80s and has been a regular participant with us, both a man and a woman. And there's one guy that comes occasionally, I believe he's now 91. I saw him up the mountain the other day, and pretty
yeah,
amazing.
keep going. That's
Yeah,
great.
but it doesn't look 91.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's the idea too. When you get involved with sports like that, it keeps you younger.
Mm-hmm.
You're younger looking.
The only reason you know, he's got a patch that says the 90+ Ski Club.
Yeah, he deserves that. He needs a
Yeah.
patch.
I bet he's pretty proud of that.
I'm sure.
He needs that. That's
But
great.
like I say, you got to stay active, and that one reason that seniors are doing so well today is they're much more active than our grandparents and parents were.
Yeah. Did we tell you about our Super Sunday? Did we talk about that yet?
No,
No,
go
we
ahead,
didn't.
Kathy.
Speaking of that, I was just thinking, like, we have a Super Sunday event at Springfield College. We just learned we're official and going strong with that. And I was gonna look up and see all the sports that are there, but there's swimming, basketball,
Oh,
track and
Track
field.
and field, which includes a number of different events.
Yep,
Yeah.
power walking. Because I don't think power walking's included in that.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
the various,
And
there's
I'm-
sprint events, there's distance
Yep.
running.
Javelin,
The only thing, no,
disc.
no,
We don't.
no javelin. That's the
Ah.
one thing I found out today, is they're, for whatever reasons, they don't do javelin.
Oh, shotgun? Shot put? Not
I
shotgun.
don't know.
Shot put.
Hammer throw, are you thinking?
Discus.
I don't know.
I think I've
I
seen
thought Davis was a javelin.
javelin.
thrower.
Yeah, Davis
he?
was a javelin. He had. Oh, he's got.
Well,
I've got a great picture
that is
of him.
a senior games event for sure, but it won't be held at Springfield College
Okay.
Right.
on that date. And maybe they'll find another venue for that.
Okay.
I mean, we have shooting sports and archery as well. So obviously at venues that are designed for that
We have
sort of thing.
Billiards. We have billiards and bowling and like we said, badminton, table tennis.
You have more events than the Olympics has.
I do.
Yeah, I don't. They don't have bowling. They don't have table tennis.
Do they? They don't have table tennis.
I don't think so. No, I don't recall.
We got
I
a pretty
don't know.
wide variety
We got
of
a
sports.
wide-
There's
yes,
that-
we do.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
The wide world of sports, like.
I mean, it started out with what you might call track and field sports, right?
Mhm. I think so.
And then it expanded to what it is now. And like you said, you can participate. Well, in the winter sports, you can be 30 or over. But in the others, you have to be at least 40, right?
Right. Correct.
But now, you have to be 50 to qualify for the national, right?
The
Right.
national games, that's,
You
yep.
have to be over 50.
Yep,
Yeah.
and again, this is a qualifying year, so if people sign up and are at any of the events, they'll have the option, if they're the top four, or however it works with team sports. I know golf, we don't take the top four, I don't know if it's for one or two, but that you can qualify and get a bid to go to national games. Hmm.
You can come home with some national medals.
Absolutely, I think they're bigger.
Unfortunately,
I like-
yes.
I
they are.
like
I've seen the
Davis
national ones
is
there.
like this big.
We think these are pretty good size,
are
but the
good.
national ones are even bigger.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Yeah, but those are good, those
That
are
was
good
about
on
the
ya.
size of the Olympic medals.
No, those, I think the Olympic medals are even bigger than these as well.
Oh.
They were taking a bite. I was watching while they were taking a bite out of them. It was funny.
So they're real
Yeah.
gold
Hmm.
and real silver.
It was impressive.
Well, actually, yeah, now that you mention it, one of the women on one of my ski teams was a Olympic silver medalist in Rio, and she's brought her medal to the senior winter games occasionally to see. And in fact, she gave me a pair of the shoes from the U.S. rowing
yes,
team that
rowing, yeah.
were
Oh.
from were from the Rio Olympics. That yeah, so
Oh,
Oh, look
okay,
at you all official. I love
Yeah.
it. That's great.
yes.
I'm thinking I need some Mass Senior Games swag at least here too, and you got like the U.S. rowing shoes on. I love that.
I don't think you have rowing in the seniors?
We do not.
no, but
No.
there's rowing is well covered, in by U.S. rowing in terms of events.
Right.
And I'm past officer of the Quinsigamon Rowing Club. We have a
Oh.
boathouse based on the Shrewsbury side of Lake Quinsigamon.
Yes.
And we have a Learn to Row on the first Saturday of June every year. So,
Oh, nice.
come on down,
I've seen
QRC.
I've seen you out there doing rowing.
Well, the beauty of rowing, Harry, from my perspective, is I had bad knees that, from the, college sports, soccer and lacrosse that I participated in. And rowing is, a great all-body workout that doesn't put any twisting or impact on the knees. So it's a great sport for seniors as well. And
Yeah.
you can go out in a single and just sort of enjoy the water and the atmosphere, and take it nice and leisurely, or you can become a competitor in a single, or you can join one of the crew boats, either a 4 or 8. Quinsigamon Rowing Club has had a lot of success in the Head of the Charles Regatta over the last couple of years too.
Oh,
So
wow. Yeah, that's a true team sport.
it sure
If
is.
you're in crew, boy, because you got to coordinate together.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the key.
Yeah.
Everybody rowing together.
Yes. You have to take some time to learn how to do that.
Well, the interesting thing about that, there's very few Olympian sports that people haven't started at a very young age. But rowing, is one of the few where sometimes a good athlete might not even start that till they got to college. But
Right.
then, after college, if they had good coaching and were dedicated to it, they could become Olympians.
Wow,
Well,
that's incredible.
I enjoy watching them. Everybody out there just,
Yeah.
Oh, the Head of the Charles is a great Boston event for
I
sure.
mean, it's amazing how coordinated everyone is. And everybody hits the water right at the same time.
That's the key right there.
Yeah.
And it's just so smooth, like
Yes, I
there's
know.
no splashing. It's just
With a good crew it is.
cutting through. Yeah. Me, I'd be like, whoa,
Yeah.
this boat's too little. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah.
I like
Well, yeah, it's amazing when you think of it too. Harry, prior to my retirement 6 years ago, I was president of Resolute Racing Shells. We built crew boats, so out of carbon fiber, and the boat would weigh about 210 pounds. This is an 8 I'm talking about. So you figure you've got a boat weighing 210 pounds, having 8 rowers, who would definitely be in excess of 200 pounds, plus a coxswain who you would hope is, around 100 pounds. So you're carrying a lot of weight in that boat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a lot of weight there.
Yeah.
And a very late boat. Wow.
A single, I row a single, and my single weighs about 31 pounds.
Oh
It's,
my God.
it's
Throw it over your shoulder
yeah,
and
it's
take it to the
27 feet.
water.
Well, that's right. You can carry the oars in one hand and the boat, balance it on your head and take it down to the water.
Yes,
Ah.
not as easy with a canoe.
No, canoe's a
No.
little bit heavier,
Less
and
heavy.
because of the length and the weight, the width. A rowing shell is a racing shell. Single's about 10 inches wide at the waterline.
We used to have a canoe race here on the Blackstone River.
Ah, nice.
And they haven't done them in a number of years now, but I participated in probably 10 years ago with my son.
Hmm.
'Cause he's been a canoeist all his life,
Great.
the two of us. And when we had to do the porting,
Oh, there was a portage too?
because you got dams.
Ah,
Ah.
How cool is that, huh?
And that was the part that killed me. I didn't mind the paddling. I had to get out and carry that canoe
Oh,
across.
yeah, yeah.
But it was a good experience.
My dad was a big canoeer. He actually used to make his own own fiberglass paddles.
Wow, neat.
And he made them at an angle. So I don't know where he came up with the idea.
He developed his own idea
He
of an angle
developed
to get more
Well, you
out of the
know,
water.
stand-up paddle boards use an angled paddle like that because it's more efficient. So it's a straight shaft, and then the paddle is angled out.
Yeah.
That's what he was. That's what he was making. Yeah. He used to go on this this lake. It's called Onondaga Lake in Syracuse. It's much cleaner now, but I remember him. I think he wanted
That's
the
where
faster.
Syracuse crew rose.
Yep. And so I remember him in a race. He was in a canoe race, and he fell in. And I think he just bagged the whole race, ran home, and showered because he was so afraid of the lake. Like, you just didn't fall. You didn't go swimming in the lake in those times because.
Well, the Charles used to be like that. I don't,
Yeah.
I still wouldn't go swimming in the Charles.
Yep.
Quinsigamond
Well,
people.
Bill Weld did.
Cleveland too, right?
Yeah.
Bill
Like,
Weld did it.
Did he?
He
Okay.
swam in
Yeah.
the Charles.
Yeah, when he was governor, they had some kind of event, and he all of a sudden just dove in, clothes and all.
Oh my gosh, taking antibiotics for weeks after
He was governor at the time. It had to be.
That's
well,
why
it
I
had
like
to
him
be
so
in,
much.
in the late '90s.
Oh wow.
Well, the Radcliffe crew, who was the Harvard women's crew, but they're the only sport that likes to continue to call themselves Radcliffe rather than the Harvard women, and their boathouse is the Weld Boathouse. So I don't know what relationship that might be to Governor Weld.
Oh, it's a possibility.
But it's that's the
His lineage goes back to the Mayflower.
Okay, well then,
Oh, yeah, there you
because
go.
that boathouse has been there, a beautiful boathouse, been there for a while. The Harvard men are on the Boston side, but
And yeah, I know they don't like me calling the Harvard women. They feel they're separate.
to my knowledge, all the other sports teams, women's sports team at Harvard will identify as Harvard, but the Radcliffe crew still participates
Well,
as
they were
Radcliffe.
separate for many years, Radcliffe University.
They're not Harvard Crimson. They're the Radcliffe black and white. They're
Even the colors.
their
are
oars are black
Yeah.
and white. Their unis uniforms are
They go back to the time when Harvard was all male and
right.
Radcliffe was the answer for women.
different. They're just holding up the
But
legacy.
the Charles has gotten cleaner than women.
Oh, much cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The same with the Blackstone River. In fact, over the years, it's improved quite a bit.
I think we've gotten smarter about keeping our
Yeah.
water clean.
Now, we still have a thing called the Greenway event, and that includes canoeing and bicycling.
Oh, wow.
And you go the whole length, almost the entire length of the Blackstone River.
Oh wow.
How
Yeah.
long is that?
About 28, well, let's see, I'm going to say, it's going to be about 26 miles or something like that.
And do you have age groups, for that
I'm not
too?
sure, I'd have to look that up.
We do have cycling with the Mass Senior Games too.
Yeah, we have, well, the
Yeah.
Pan Mass
Pan Mass Challenge for
Bicycling.
sure, yeah.
goes right through this town.
Oh, does it?
In fact, next year, they came to me and asked if they could use the parking lot out here.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
I said, yeah, I'd be glad to let you use it. Right now, they've been using it in Whitensville, in the Whitensville Village, by the White Machine Works. They use a parking lot there, but they wanted to change their route a little bit. And I said, yeah, you're welcome to have, because they have stops. They go from Sturges all the way down to the Cape.
Yeah, I used to do the massage at Mass Maritime when the bikers would come in
Oh.
for their first stop before they continued the next
Yeah,
day to
that's
go
where
to
they do their
Providence.
overnight, yeah.
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 So
And they need
yeah.
a massage too, because that's a long distance.
Oh yeah, and
sure is.
it was to help them stay in shape enough to
Yeah.
get back on and ride the next day for sure. Yep. Yep. that was a really neat experience. Like we were massaging for like 5 hours straight. My arms at the end were like, ah. Yeah, I did it with a friend of mine.
That's a good way to promote your senior games too, is it, at these events?
That's a good idea. Yeah, we should get out there. We're working on our outreach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't do a bicycling event?
We do
Oh, you
cycling.
do? There you go.
Yeah, we do cycling, for sure.
Oh. I know power walking. Power walking at the end of the 19th century was a very big sport. And they actually had people that made money doing power walking.
Really? Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. I think the National Games even has race walking, which there is a difference between the two, and I'm not exactly sure what that is, but
You
there's,
move faster.
I think it's something about, yeah, I
Right?
would think, well, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I know power walking, they go fast.
Right. I don't know if it's like how they swing their, I don't know much enough.
Yeah,
about
I
it,
mean,
but-
as I recall, you got to have one foot on the ground all the time, and it's got to be a heel strike or something like that.
With the power walking?
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
back in
race
the
walking,
Oh,
yeah.
race walking?
back in the 19th century, when power walking was a big, they would make money by saying how quick they could move from this town to that next town.
Huh,
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
they were betting on
Yeah,
how fast they could do it?
yeah,
Look at that, betting started with power walking. Huh?
yeah, yeah. Probably did.
can
yeah.
you do it online now, or?
Yeah, now it'd be online.
It seems like you can bet on everything, so, I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta bring the DraftKings and the rest of those
I
betting
know,
sites
right?
into the senior games.
That's right.
Betting on the
yeah, I don't
individual.
know about that one.
Well, somebody did.
I like most of your ideas up to now,
Yeah,
here, but I, you know,
somebody did suggest the casinos, like getting some sponsorships from Encore, like right.
that might work. You
Yeah.
know,
Might
again,
work,
if
yeah.
you know, especially if we're hosting it so that they could take advantage of the tourists.
Sure, billiards. We could do a billiards tournament at Encore.
Yeah.
And, yeah, right.
But you look at what's happened in sports. We're going to pay collegiate athletes now.
What do you mean
I
we're
think
going to?
We already
We
are.
are, yeah. We're paying collegiate athletes. You got professionals in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that
It's-
was never heard of a few years back.
Lots of things have changed. I mean,
Yeah.
I
mean, I can
certainly did feel bad for college athletes who were, being, exploited, and some of this stuff. But, it's gone crazy the other way with this, name, image, and likeness stuff, and
Yeah.
the portal where it seems like you're rooting for the coach on the team these days. You're not rooting so much for players because every year they go somewhere else.
Right.
If they get a better financial deal.
Oh, yeah, they move all around, getting a better price. But the thing is, with the college students, they were getting an education, and they got an opportunity to go professional when they got done. Now we're going to pay them.
I know. I'm struggling this with myself a little bit too, because I now that I'm older and looking back at it, I do think that I always thought you needed to go through college and get an education and then go play, right?
Right.
But what happens if you get hurt? Then
Yeah.
so if you have an opportunity to go play professionally, to make some money, to do it, you can always go back to college. Like, I'm not saying that's the route to go, but I do look at it a little bit differently. I'm not, I would have loved to have been paid to play sports in college,
Sure.
Like, absolutely, but it does change the game because now you're professional while you're playing college, so because you're accepting money, right?
Right.
And it was the same when we allowed the athletes who are professional athletes to go play in the Olympics. Like, how did that change the sport a little? I don't know. Like, I mean, the Olympics are about having the best athletes
Yeah, and
competing,
if
right?
those best are in professional sports, how can you have them?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
then there's the difficulty between some of the countries that would subsidize athletes in a way, by allowing them in their military forces, if you will, but never requiring them to, serve other than to
right.
practice their sport. So, that
We do
comes a
all
little
24 hours a
convoluted too,
day, yeah.
and, makes it a bit unfair.
Right.
Right, yeah, I know. It's a lot of things to think about, and
Yeah.
things have changed for sure, but sport is sport. I mean, I love the commercials that I was seeing for the Olympics where you have, different team members coming in, and then at first they're like, but then by the end, we're all USA, we're all rooting for our whole country, and that was,
Yep.
that was pretty cool,
Well, anyway, back to
I know, we got
senior games. How would, if people are interested, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, our website is MassachusettsSeniorGames.org, and so if you Google that, you'll get there, and we've
Oops, I
got
keep moving the wrong
a
way.
very good website there. Oh, is it got the address? Okay, there you go.
MASeniorgames.org,
Right,
yeah.
perfect. Thank you,
Just-
Kathy.
Yes.
And, you can see the list and the dates of all the various events. Top of the list, I'm proud to say, is our Winter Games, because that's
Yes.
coming up next week.
Next
And
Wednesday.
yeah, we want people to register for that by midnight Sunday night, so that we can get the proper count, because we also have a nice buffet that's associated with the event. And we present the awards at the end of the buffet. We like to award medals. We encourage out-of-staters to participate, and if they happen to have a better time or a lower time than a Massachusetts resident, then we'll award duplicate medals. We want to make
Oh.
sure that Massachusetts residents, are eligible for, in each category, for a gold, silver, and bronze medal.
But you don't have to be a Mass resident to participate.
You do not.
Nope.
No, not at all. We
And
have a
that-
lot of state,
That's
out of
throughout
state.
all the games, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
I think it's encouraged to,
Yeah,
like
but-
Rhode Island, Vermont, Connecticut, New Hampshire, or, it's
But-
kind of, yeah.
But doing well in ours doesn't qualify you for the national senior games, because,
Right.
it's the top 4 Massachusetts
Right.
residents that,
Right.
in a particular event, that will qualify. So
Right.
they would typically need to qualify in their own state games for the
Yes.
nationals.
Yes, and there's senior games in New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Rhode Island.
Believe
Yeah,
so,
New
yeah.
Jersey, Connecticut, I know we've been in
Yes.
contact
Yeah.
with some of those different
Yeah, I
things
know. I
recently.
know we have different games, and some similar, some different, and some more, some less. But in all the different states, but it's really about getting out and having fun,
Right,
right? And meeting new friends and
and staying healthy.
staying healthy for sure. Stay fit, have fun, and make friends. That's our motto, and it is. It's like, and it, because there is competition. You encourage other competition coming in. Let's see,
Right.
see what we can do together, and we encourage everybody to come out and give us a try.
And the thing is, you can't stay home. You gotta stay out, get out there and be active.
That is the key. That is
Yeah,
the key, and
and
and just that social engagement. The sports, yes, the fitness, yes, but just having that social connection is so huge. Is so huge.
That's the other thing. Once you get involved, you'll find it's addicting and you wanna be more involved, right?
That's right. We love that. Come volunteer for us. Come.
Yeah.
You want to be on the board of directors? Give us a call. Right. We don't have our phone number up there, but we're also on Facebook and I believe Instagram too. So MASeniorgames.org. Please, if you're on Facebook, share our posts, share our events to everybody. You never know who's going to be interested in doing it. I was at a presentation the other day, and I said, has anybody heard of the Senior Games? And there was actually a swimmer from the Maine Senior Games
Oh, wow.
who had moved to our area. So I was like, wow, and there was, so it is out there. Yeah, for sure. We need to just spread the word.
Was that person interested in getting involved with Mass now?
Yes, she
Okay.
was. She didn't know we had it.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, once you get involved, you'll find it's great. and you enjoy it.
Yeah, and like these events, like going to a different part of the state, like that's travel. It might not be, Hawaii or something like that, but just like little day trips are so
Yeah.
important. Go learn about our state. We have a beautiful state to see different types of things all over it.
But you get to meet people with the same ideas.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and even people that have different ideas, but you're doing the same thing,
Right.
So it's really important to stay in touch and make new friends.
But it's something that a couple can participate in.
Yes,
Most definitely, yeah.
Yes, cornhole especially. There's where we're holding it. We're holding it at the Oak Point over 55 community in Middleborough. They have an active cornhole group there already. A lot of husband and wife type teams, friends, whatever. And yeah.
That's become quite popular all of a sudden.
Shuffleboard, like shuffleboard teams.
Shuffleboard, yeah.
Shoot.
Shuffleboard's always been popular. It's a cruise game.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, the pickleball, I see a lot of husband and wife
Yes,
groups
yes,
in
yes.
the
Yep.
pickleball that have both picked it up
Mm-hmm.
in Marlboro, and I assume it's the same everywhere.
And
Yeah,
we-
because that's a game that you can do co-ed.
Yes.
Yeah, and we do have divisions. We have men division, women division, co-ed division. Yeah, not in every sport, but in pickleball, I know.
Yep.
Cornhole, maybe. Yeah, whatever. Badminton, I'm not sure. Badminton, table tennis, I'm not sure how they run them. But if you find a sport you like, just look out there. We'll probably have it. Or if not, be an event manager and start it up.
Started, yeah, absolutely.
Like Tai Chi is actually started with the national games, and it's something that we were kind of toying with adding this year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a special scoring system and stuff, and I think it's a little over our heads, so it's not something we're adding yet, but we're looking
You're
to
talking
add it.
Tai Chi?
Tai Chi.
We have
Yeah.
we have someone that comes in and does Tai Chi on TV for people
I
at
was
home.
looking at your
Yeah,
website,
yeah.
and I noticed a woman does
Yeah,
that. And
yeah. It was
Well-
a guy, but he moved, so he
Oh,
got
yeah.
a woman that came in to take
Okay.
his place.
Well, I started in myself in December because I was negligent in my stretching. So the first part, at least 20 minutes of every Tai Chi class that I take, we do stretching, and that
Yeah.
helps me for my skiing and everything else. So
That
Yeah.
slow, controlled movement is so
Yep.
important, and yeah, I think it's. I know there's a lot of different types of Tai Chi. The YMCA's have Tai Chi, but I actually found out that the YMCA's have their own program that is launched off of Tai Chi for balance, which I reached out to my instructors at the Gleason family, and they didn't know anything about it. They teach it a whole different way,
Well,
so now I know there's all these different kinds.
So balance is important.
yes, there are different, derivatives of that. The Yang form is the most popular these days. And, you start out with the 8-step Yang form Tai Chi, and 4 of those steps involve balancing on one leg, and
That's great.
yeah, I found it much more difficult than I expected.
But balance exercises are very important when you get older because
Yes.
your balance, your inner ear tends to wear out. Oh, we gotta wrap it up.
Oh, we're on
Well,
there.
Thank you for coming in.
No, thanks
Hey,
so
thanks
much
for having us again, Harry. It's always a
Okay.
pleasure.
We look
And,
forward to next time.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll see you at About the Valley next week.